We're going to start recording. So thank you everyone for joining us. Tonight is Monday, April 21st, and this is the Winnie and Kat Independent Stylist Conference Call. So happy Monday. Tonight we're going to do some training and talk about sponsoring and LinkedIn. I want to give you some practical tips on what works for sponsoring. I know you probably reviewed the gift of sponsoring, and if you hadn't, then please do. There's so much good information on the training that we have in our forum for sponsoring that allows you to sponsor in a way that's sharing that's really the key to your business, and that's how your business is going to ignite your business, maintain your business, and help you thrive. So I want to tie in both LinkedIn and sponsoring. So the things that in this picture was at Comic-Con this last weekend in Salt Lake City, which was a total blast. And you probably saw in the Stylist Forum, I blogged a little bit about why I went and the experience, and this is actress Kelly Hu from X-Men who came over to our booth. It was really cool. She drove over, her handler drove her over in a golf cart while we had prospects there talking to us, and she came and picked out some items that she wants, so that was really cool. Okay, so LinkedIn. The things I really like about LinkedIn is that it's professional. There's people who are in business, have been in business, and are looking for opportunities. LinkedIn is it's a place where job seekers go, and it's a place where people who have jobs who might be interested in something else go to look for other opportunities and connect. So we're looking now for business builders, and you want business builders like you. You're obviously the builders. You're here on this call. And we want builders who want to join the company and really want to make something happen and grow and build a business. I've talked to lots of different people in other direct sales companies, and it's not necessarily the people who have experience with direct sales. It's not necessary. Sometimes it's great, and it's also great to have people who might not have ever done direct sales or ever considered it, and to try out the new opportunity and have other skills that would make them great leaders. So the first thing that's important when you're setting up your LinkedIn strategy is your profile. And I'm going to show you an example of profiles. I put the link on the forum of an example of my profile, and I used to do it back in my days in staffing. I used to speak to job seekers about LinkedIn and attended many seminars and such on the subject. So when you set up your LinkedIn profile, it's important to have it complete. And if you're wondering what that means, what 100% complete profile means, you can Google and watch a YouTube video and just follow the instructions. That's what I did when I had set mine up quite a while ago. One of the important things is to have a picture. This is Lisa McCartney, who just joined from Dallas a couple of weeks ago. And I love Lisa's tagline, "Your fashion future awaits." That's where you put in your job title. So I used to have CEO of Winnie and Kat, and I'm not sure if it shows on this screenshot, no, but I changed it to offering opportunities at Winnie and Kat. And then I didn't put up a screenshot of mine, but I also then let me see if I can just pull it up right now so I can show you. But I put on mine what is Winnie and Kat, and talked about the opportunity on my profile. But go ahead and take a look. It's under Diane Prince at my profile when you're setting yours up. And it is also important to have your phone number and your contact information at the beginning on the summary as well. So I have my phone number and my email. You want to be found. You want to be easily accessible when you're looking for people on LinkedIn. And the thing is, if you can think about your profile as a landing page, so your profile is somewhere where prospects can go and I'm just going to see if I can pull mine up right now. It's somewhere where prospects can go, and let's see. Let me see if I can. There we go. Can you see that? Good. Okay, let me view my profile. So you can see on here that I have, on my summary, I have a blurb about Winnie and Kat. So have you ever dreamt about being part of something amazing from the beginning? I have my phone number and I have my contact information, and that I'm offering opportunity. Now, I talked to one of the stylists today who was concerned that about her specific background, that it was a teaching background and not a business background, but that's good, because the people who you talk to aren't going to be necessarily have completely professional, not going to have completely professional LinkedIn profiles either. You want people to see that you can have a lot of different backgrounds and a lot of different experiences. As I move to the slideshow, let me just switch to the view real quick. Slideshow, here we go, from current slide. Okay, and we're going to go to the next slide. Okay, I'm going to get this together. Okay, but anyway, so moving on here. So setting up your profile. The other thing is to make sure that you have a picture that is a nice looking picture, a professional picture. Just like Facebook, people want to see pictures on your social media. So if you just give me a second to figure out why this is not advancing properly, then okay, here we go. Okay, thank you. So once you have your profile set, and again, just take a look. I always use, when I'm trying to figure out something to do online, I always go to videos. I go to YouTube video, how to set up a LinkedIn profile. But the most important thing really is to have that landing page that sets the intention of what you're looking for, what you want to accomplish. So it could be, you can feel free to just copy and paste what I have on my profile. A lot of times recruiters will do that, and this is what I did when I was in the staffing business, is we put at the top of the summary a description of our company and what we wanted to attract, the kind of person we wanted to attract, and then there's space below for your skill sets and other kinds of things. So when you set up your profile, then you want to, before you start prospecting, it's a good idea to set events. And this is any time. You always want to have some things on the calendar wherever you're sharing the opportunity, because you want to be able to invite people. Someone might not just join right when you talk to them, but they want to see what the company is all about. So this is part of that, having 6 shows on the books, and you can have some combinations of other things as well. Set up an opportunity meeting. If there's a day that you wanted to have a show and you don't have a show booked, set up another event. If you've got that time set apart for your business, work your business. So opportunity calls like we do here from the home office, you can do those too. If you have a vendor fair, or college career fairs, or even speaking engagements, if there's maybe a local women's group where you can speak and talk about other things. It doesn't have to be talking about the opportunity. Whenever I'm on panels and things about entrepreneurship, or it could be about organization, whatever it is, when you have the opportunity, if you like to do that kind of a thing, to speak. So always have some events on your calendar so that you can bring people to them. And that's going to help you to start searching for your prospects. And that's part of that busy calendar. So have that calendar with you when you're going out, when you're talking to people, when you're at your trunk shows. So when you're booking things, you've got all these things already going on. And I find that great when people want to know more about the company, to have set venues, and then you can start searching. then it's a lot easier when you know where you're going to be to start searching and target your searches. And search for builders. Search for those people who, and it's not really necessarily the experience. It's not, has this person done party plan companies? It's not necessarily that. You're going to find things in profiles that might interest you or attract you. I'm going to share an example in a little bit of a profile that I found would be really good. And the kind of person who you want to work with. You know, you think about this, and when you're building your business, you want to work with people who want to make it happen. You want to work with people who are driven, and so why not, when you're searching, why not look for that kind of a person in your quest? So this is I want to show you. This is at the top of the screen here. You'll see the search box. And to the right of the little, what do you call it, the search thing, magnifying glass, click, you see advanced. And then when you click on advanced search, this is where you can get more specific. And you can see here that I put seeking new opportunity in quotes. So if you, this is Boolean search. And it seems like this is something that I learned in my years of staffing and temporary employment, that I started, you know, from the beginning of the internet. I did temporary staffing before the internet even developed, so I learned these search terms. So when you search something in quotes, that brings up those exact words together. So the thing that's seeking, if you type seeking new opportunity just without quotes, it's going to find those words anywhere in the profile. But when you have quotes together, that's going to put all those words together. So that's something that a lot of people use on LinkedIn who might be looking for something to do. I found last week someone who was a medical sales rep and got laid off from her job. There were things going on in the company. And she happens to be not too far away, and so I have a trunk show that I invited her to on Wednesday, and she also connected with the stylist, so that worked out really well. And she's coming on Wednesday and interested in the opportunity, and it turned out we knew some people in common. Actually, one person we knew in common is hosting another Winnie and Cat party on May 7th, so very cool. And then you can see, you can add your zip code and miles within. So this is great. Like, you might want to do it before you're going to a vendor event. If maybe you're going to a vendor event that's a half an hour away or 45 minutes away or whatever it is, that you set aside some time before the event to connect people, to find some people, and this really makes it not a cold call anymore. What I do is I connect, I invite people to connect. And if I did not include that in the training, but that's something that you can search, is how to invite people to connect on LinkedIn. And another little tip is that it's easier if you do it from your smartphone or your iPad, it's much easier to search and invite people to LinkedIn. All you do is you hit a plus sign and it just sends them a request. And sometimes if you're doing it from your desktop or your MacBook, it will ask you to type in some information as well on how you know that person. And when it does that, if you do invite someone that way and it asks you how you know that person, I always say Winnie and Cat. There's the choices there, whatever your job is on there. And no one questions it. I've had a couple of people say, have I worked with you at Winnie and Cat? But that's usually what I say, is we've worked together at Winnie and Cat. Otherwise, if you just do it through your iPad or iPhone, all you have to do is the plus sign, and that connects you. And then when you connect with someone, a lot of times they look at you, and that's where having that profile comes in. So you can see, and this is me, and then you can see, look at all the views, that peak in my views. that's when I did a lot of LinkedIn. So you can kind of see it was pretty flat. And then all of a sudden, I really just stepped it up. I said, okay, I'm going to start this. I'm going to try this strategy because I wanted to try it before I shared it with everyone. And just I had a huge peak in all the people who viewed me. So you can see almost 600 people have viewed me in the last 90 days. And that's a great way, too, that you can look at and see. And if you see the ones who have the envelope there, those are connections. And then the ones that have the people in the plus, that girl Lena, we're not connected yet, but she just took a look. So so you can take a look and see. And actually, that girl, the third one in, Andrea, called me today. We connected back and forth. So what I do is when I link in with people, and then I send it, I have a prepared message, and I send an email, and I say, I see that, I'll give you an example. I say, I mention why I connected. So once they've connected with me, I'll look at their profile, and I might say, I see that, and I'm going to use this this next girl as an example. I see something about what they did, something short and simple about what I do, and invite them to the next step. So this is someone who I connected with last week when I was in Utah, and when I went to Comic-Con, I wanted to connect with women who might be interested in the opportunity as well, who Lori and I met with outside of the conference. This is all free. I just got a question from Mary. This is all free. And I used to have an upgraded account in my staffing business, and I thought about upgrading again, and I wanted to try the free version. You can do a lot with the free version of LinkedIn. So this is definitely all free. So so the things I liked about Juliana, well, she's very motivated. She's got 3 internships right now. She's a senior in college, so I loved that. She's about to graduate. She is a campus representative at ASOS, which is a fashion company, and that means that I learned a lot with this. Campus representatives represent a brand on campus. So these are outgoing students who basically just promote a brand at their university, and they get paid in product. Who wouldn't want to have their own business? If they're already doing this kind of a thing, what college student wouldn't want to promote their own Winnie and Cat business and leave college with an opportunity? And so it's just really sharing and letting them know. And so I contacted Juliana, said I'm going to be in Utah, and I said something to the effect of this. Thank you for accepting my invitation to LinkedIn. I connected with you because you seem like the type of person who could build a business with me. She had a quote. I'll go back here. She had this quote on her summary. Loved that. The fortunate circumstances of our lives are generally found at last to be of our own producing. That's someone I want. That's someone I want to work with. Someone who I think is going to come on board and really make things happen. So, so I let her know, I love your quote, and I'd like to hear more about your experience as campus rep. So I'm, showing an interest in her and what she does, and what's the best way to be in touch with you to talk about the Winnie and Cat opportunity. So I know already. Okay, I know already she's accepted my invitation to LinkedIn. Okay, she's looked at my profile, so she knows what it's about. And this is no longer a cold call. This is a warm call, and you have something to talk about. And if you listen back to the gift of sponsoring, you know that you're going to ask questions now, and it's a lot more. It's a lot easier because now you're asking her questions. You're curious. You want to know about her. So I want to stop and see if anybody has. Does anybody have any questions or comments right now that you'd like to share? Yeah, Meredith shared that another thing is that on LinkedIn, not like Facebook, it's geared towards people connecting for business and networking purposes. They're on there because they want to know about opportunities. They want to connect. They want to do business. And it's not cold. It's not invasive. And it's people are there for that reason. And that brings up, I wanted to go back here to show you the woman in the middle, Andrea. So she connected. She's in South Carolina, and I had sent her an invitation to connect. So she got back to me. She sent me her number, and sometimes people do have the phone numbers on the area on the tab where it says, here, I'll show you. No, yeah, and next to where that black background box is, there's sometimes a contact box, and that's where phone numbers are a lot of the time, and that will help you to make your profile complete. And incidentally, when your profile is complete, you're more searchable. But this woman, Andrea, so she said, I'd like to talk to you, like to know more. And so I sent her my number. She called me right away. She said, look, I don't think I want to do this right now. I'm looking for a job in IT. I want to stay in IT, but I don't know, maybe. And she said, I have a good friend who does cabbie, who sells this, and I'm going to share it with her. I'm going to let her know about it. And so then I was able to say, great, and we have a team in South Carolina, and I'd love to connect you. And so I did send her information for our team there. So if they, it suggested to her that she might see a show. But people are really genuinely helpers and connectors. Like Meredith said, they're there for networking purposes. I had one woman in Utah who messaged me back. She's a realtor, and she said, I am not interested, but I know lots of women who might be. And so she connected me with someone from a local networking group. So like a lot of people, it's just a different perspective. We also had someone who in Utah who happened to be working at well, not just happened, we kind of targeted these prospects, but she was a store manager at Forever 21. Now, I can tell you that at Forever 21, I don't know what they make, but I don't believe that they're making 25% on their personal sales when they're there. And I can tell you that they're working long shifts standing up. And this woman was a store manager there and very interested. And so she was already able to, when Lori went and talked to her at the store, she already knew who we were. And she was very receptive to the opportunity. So those are just some ways. And again, if you have other questions or comments, please share. And I want to talk about then what the next steps are once you've had this connection. So you have your events, invite them, and get away. Connect. Like Grace said, find out what the best way is to be in touch with them, to connect with them. Maybe it's setting up a phone call. Maybe it's email. Find out from them what the best way is. What is the best way to get in touch with you next? Be the person who is accessible, and be the person who can communicate in lots of different ways. If somebody says to me, I'm better at texting, fine. I'll text them. Somebody says I'm better at phone, I call them. It doesn't matter to me, and I'm accessible that way because what does it matter how you contact someone? So find out from them what the best way is to talk to them, and share a video. This works really well when you go on our YouTube. Especially the video that's titled "You Can Change Someone's Life." It's 90 seconds, so I might say to someone, and sometimes I'll email them the link to the video, or I'll put the link to the video in my message. But I'll say, I'd like to send you a video. Are you online? And I send them a video, and they watch it while I'm on the phone. And then I ask, what did you like about that? What did you think about that? And let the people who you're talking to share what they love, and let them bring up what would be good about the opportunity. And I'm not going to go into all of the details and all of the examples, but when you do the gift of sponsoring, when you look at that and do the worksheet, you'll get it, and then you'll have this this approach where you've got these prospects and you're able to share in that way. That's not it's not a salesy way. You're talking about an opportunity that we have, and look, we have the best opportunity out there. We're not just, it's not just that we're ground floor. We are we're transparent, we're smart, we have a simple business model, we help simplify women's wardrobes, and we're making money, you know. And that goes to the next thing. We're starting to make money. Share your success. Share what you are making, okay? Nobody is making a full-time salary yet. We're still a new company. We're very grassroots, okay? If you keep on with the company and you're still doing this in 2 or 3 years, you're going to be there. You're going to be able to replace that salary. For now, share. And I love what Desi shared on Facebook. She said, just deposited my first commission check from Winnie and Kat, 2 hours of having fun with lovely ladies, and I earned as much as I did teaching English for 2 weeks and no papers to grade. Share something specific and look at the comments. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. People ask, and I know a lot of these people are not Winnie and Kat stylists. One of them's an upcoming hostess who I know because Desi's here in Malibu. People ask all the time, can you really make money on this? And you know, when they see somebody, and Desi had asked me, I saw her tonight when I was dropping off my kids at their acting class, and she said, you know, I'm thinking about my profile, but it's not really, you know, like it's teaching, but that's good. You know, if you have your information on the top, that's what you do, that opportunity sharing and how to contact you, and then have what you do. You know, we want people. We want teachers. We want you know, whatever you do, we want people to look at it and say, okay, I can do that too. You know, I don't need to be a professional salesperson. I don't need to have that experience. I can do this. I can do this as well. So make sure, think about, and you can see there are 40 likes on this post and a share. And so you think about what is concrete about what you earned. I love this example. Or is it, you know, is it I bought a handbag? Or is it I just put money aside? Or is it I just added 10% to my salary? So think about what your commission check means to you and share it. Let people know that it's working, that you're starting to get some money and that you're getting a payout from the company. So we want a sponsor. This is how you're going to grow. This is how you're going to build your businesses. This is how we're going to build the entire company. So it's all about sponsoring. A lot of people who join your team are not going to get active. That is just the reality. Focus on the people who are getting active. Focus on bringing new people into the opportunity, and focus on your independent stylists who want it, who want to work, who are positive, and who want to make things happen. When I was first learning, and I'm going to go just a little over 6:15. I hope that's okay. And this is recorded, so you can go back to it. But one of the things that a consultant told me was, when you see, you're never going to know where fire is going to start, you know, where something's really going to take off. And when you see that, you want to pour gasoline on the fire and really work with the people who you see, who you want to make it happen. And then keep growing your own business too. Keep on growing and personally sponsoring. So I'm going to give you a personally sponsoring challenge. Personally sponsor 5 stylists by May 31st. And the reward is huge. The Elite Leadership Program. Now, the DSWA, if you're not a member of the DSWA, I strongly suggest you join. It's $8.95 a month for this organization, and the DSWA offers an Elite Leadership Certification Program. It costs $500. I think it's $537. I see they say it's valued at $2,000. The cost is $500, and it's a 5 or 6 month long training program that really is something that can just elevate your business. So for everyone who sponsors, who personally sponsors, that's someone you bring in who is your lead, not a home office lead. You bring someone on who is direct to you. Bring in 5 people, at least 5, by the end of May, and you will get a scholarship for the Elite Leadership Certification Program. So this is something that's really going to help you and really going to be, you can see they said the results have been truly life enhancing, something that's really going to help you. So focus on sponsoring. Get those 6 shows on the books, because that's going to help you. That's, I know a lot of you have some great shows coming up. You've had some great shows. I want to congratulate Jill Rosenberg, who got active again this month and just had her show is up to $1,500 already, and is still adding in orders from the weekend. So congratulations. And I want to give you some reminders before we go. And are there in the meantime, are there any questions or any comments before we leave for the evening? Alrighty, so inventory updates are on the forum. You do have to click View All on the focus groups to get to the inventory button, and that's where updates are. The soft high-low tees they should be back in the warehouse tomorrow. We're going to put them up in the shopping cart. I think Cheney actually did today. They should be back up there. If they're not, they'll be back up tomorrow. So yay, soft high-low tees. The marbled maxis will be here very soon too. They're scheduled to get here on the 30th. And let's see, the newsletter went out today. We're going to put some training for the newsletter. It's super easy, and they have videos. If you need help with that, we're going to put training on the forum on how to sign up for the newsletter and how to upload, or at least a link to the, but when you go into your account, you'll be able to see that. But for new stylists who join, how to get on the newsletter and send out. And I'd love to hear what your experiences are from the newsletter. I know a lot of you, thanks Jennifer, I'm glad you love it. I know saw a lot of people on Facebook posting that they love it. I want to know what kind of results you're getting, and you'll be getting that warm call report soon to see who's clicked on what. And again, they did mention in the training, when you get your warm call report, when you call your prospects, you don't necessarily want to say, hey, I saw you clicked on the wear it, because we don't want to make people nervous, but just call them and say, hey, I want to tell you about my new product. The newsletter is going to be a monthly event, so glad that worked out. Look at the DSWA. It's dswa.org, and there's lots of resources for $9 a month, $8.95 a month. It's really really worth it. I mean, there's so many different resources and webinars and just things that you can get for that money. It's just really worth your value. And Mary asked, one of her clients got it from me and not you. She shouldn't, because no, she shouldn't, Mary, because anytime that if they've bought something from you, the stylist account should override the home office. So Mary, if you can send me that person, and I'll find out why that happened, because that shouldn't happen. Anytime, even like if I've entered them and then they become your customer, the stylist is supposed to override it. So send that to me and anything else that you hear, and we'll work that out and figure it out. Okay, think about what you have on the books. Do you have 6 shows on the books? If not, get them on the books, because that's going to propel your business. You're going to need to think about what's coming up. School is going to be out next month. There's stuff at the end of the school. There's summer vacations. So think about and plan and strategize. You want to go into the fall really, really strong. The fall is traditionally the best time for party plan, for direct sales. That's when moms are ready to get something, to do something. So you want to make sure that you're really laying that foundation. So start sponsoring now. Take the challenge and get the DSWA Elite training. Do not pass that up. So I am going to leave you with a quote. I love this quote, even though I don't want to suffer. Don't quit, suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. So suffering, yeah, sometimes it is. And sometimes it's not, it might not be what we want to do today. And we might not want to work our business today. And we might not want to make that call. And sometimes we've just got to do it. We've got to suffer through it. Don't quit. It's those of you, and you are, sometimes I say that 5% of you are going to be here and going to make it happen, and you're on the call. Okay, so it does not mean 5% of the people on this call. There is a way bigger percentage of the people on this call, because it's about now, and our averages are really good. We have about 20% of our stylists join the calls. It's the women the independent stylists who are here, who listen to the calls, who do the training, who are doing trunk shows and making things happen and consistently having activity. So keep on going, ladies. We're going to get there, and it's just going to be so incredibly worth it. So thank you so much for joining me on this call tonight. Really, really appreciate it. I hope it was worth the wait, and I will talk to you during the week. Let us know if you have any questions. We're here for you. The home office hours are 8 to 5 Pacific time, and keep on sharing, and let me know if anyone who you are talking to wants to talk to me as well about the opportunity. So thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your Monday. Good night, everybody.